What's up YouTube, this is ZapdosTCG here, and today's episode is about Zekrom from the Black and White set. Zekrom and Reshiram both have one of the highest HP of the entire trading card game for a basic Pokemon. Having 130 for a basic Pokemon is one of the best things to have, except if you're up against a Pokemon that prevent damage from a basic. But other than that, these Pokemon are really powerful. Zekrom's first attack is called Outrage, and for a double colorless energy, you deal 20 damage plus 10 more for each damage counter on Zekrom. This can be great if you're building up your bench till you receive damage and then striking back with Outrage. Now his second attack is massive as well. For 2 lightning energies and a colorless energy, you deal 120 damage, and the only side effect is doing 40 damage to yourself, which is worth it all the way, because you can use defenders to neutralize the damage you're doing to yourself, or you can use the extra damage counters on yourself to prepare yourself for the first attack. So overall, this card is really amazing. Now for strategy. Most of you already know the common strategy to a Zekrom deck, and that's to put a Pachirisu from Call of Legends on the bench and immediately giving him 2 lightning energies due to his Poké Power, which states when you put Pachirisu from your hand onto your bench, you may attach up to 2 lightning energy cards from your hand to Pachirisu. And then with the Shaman from Unleashed, you can switch around those energies, because Shaman's Poké Power states when you put Shaman from your hand onto your bench, you may move as many energy cards attached to your Pokemon as you like to any of your other Pokemon. So I suggest putting in 4 of each of them in your deck, including your main attacker Zekrom. Then you also want to put in lots of Pokemon collectors, because all these Pokemon are basic and then they'll be easy to bring out. And an energy switch or 2 couldn't hurt either if you don't have a Shaman in play yet. Up next you should put in some Seekers so you can use Pachirisu and Shaman's Poké Power several times. Now for the energies, you should put in mostly lightning energies, and yeah, some rescue energies in the deck could work very effective, because when you give Zekrom a rescue energy, it'll return to your hand when it's knocked out, so you can use him again. Raichu Prime could also be a nice part of this deck, mainly because it covers your weakness, and that is having only basic Pokemon in your deck. So Raichu is your evolution card, just in case you're up against Pokemon that prevent damage from basic Pokemon. And his Poké Power isn't bad as well, it fits perfectly in this deck. It states, as often as you like during your turn, you may move a lightning energy attached to one of your Pokemon to Raichu. This can be great if you're planning to switch out your Zekrom by using Switch or Retreating. Then you'll be able to give an extra lightning energy or 2 to help set up your Raichu. And Raichu also deals 120 damage for the same amount of energies as Zekrom, but the side effect is much worse. You must discard all energy cards attached to Raichu Prime after the attack. But yeah, if you don't have Zekrom out, or if you don't want to use him right now, Raichu is a nice replacement. Up next we have Blizzy Prime. He can also be very effective in this deck, mainly because Blizzy Prime has also a great Poké Power. It states when you evolve Chansey to Blizzy Prime, you may remove all damage counters from all of your Pokemon, and then you must discard all energies attached to the Pokemon that had any damage counters on them. This is great after you use the attack of Raichu, or if you want to heal up your Zekrom in order to stall. And after they're healed, Raichu and Zekrom can be recharged really fast with the Pachirisu Shaman method. And yeah, you may want to put in Yanmega Prime in the deck just to cover for your fighting weakness. And because of Yanmega's Pokébody, he doesn't need any energies to attack as long as you have the same number of cards in your hand as your opponent. So Copycat and Judge can also come in handy with this Prime card. But I explained that in the previous episode about Scizor Prime, so be sure to check that out if you haven't already. Now the main idea to this deck is to have Zekrom set up on the first turn with the Pachirisu Shaman method and deal some high damage incredibly fast, and then use Raichu Prime as a backup plan. So I think you should maximize the number of Pokemon collectors in the deck, so you're sure to start with the Pachirisu Shaman combo. And that's it for the episode revolving around Zekrom. You can post all your questions, comments and suggestions for the next episode in the comment section as always. This was ZapdosTCG, till next time.